Hello and welcome to 7 Startups educational video series. Today we'll talk about startup finances best practices. For the majority of startups, the process of managing finances evolves as you go from startup to scale up. In the very early days, you're focused on keeping the train on the tracks, but managing your finances effectively can be the difference between success and failure. In this video, we'll explore 6 common financial pitfalls that startups should be aware of and take steps to avoid. These include 1. Neglecting to track and understand key metrics. 2. Not having a clear understanding of cash flow and runway. 3. Underestimating the cost of hiring employees. 4. Outsourcing financial responsibilities without proper oversight. 5. Scaling too quickly before finding product market fit. And 6. Letting runway get too low before attempting to raise more funds. By understanding these pitfalls and taking steps to mitigate them, you can increase the chances of achieving financial stability and success for your startup. Whilst this might be obvious, to ensure the financial health of your startup, closely monitor 3 key financial metrics: your bank balance, the money coming in, and the money going out. Monitor your online banking or bank statements regularly. You don't even need a bookkeeper or financial software. It may surprise you to know that many founders fail to regularly check these basic metrics. Knowing your burn rate is an indicator of your financial health and for forecasting future financial performance. A startup with a high burn rate may need to raise additional capital or cut expenses in order to remain solvent. On the other hand, a low burn rate means a longer runway before you run out of cash, resulting in more flexibility in operations and growth plans. However, the burn rate can vary over time, so look at the average burn rate over a period of time to get a more accurate picture of your startup's financial health. The runway is calculated by dividing the company's existing cash balance by its average burn rate, which is the rate at which a startup is spending its cash. A longer runway indicates that the company has more time before it needs to raise additional funding, while a shorter runway indicates the need to raise funding sooner. Keep a close eye on your runway and plan accordingly. Running out of cash and scrambling to survive must be avoided at all costs. The growth rate can be calculated using various metrics, such as revenue growth, profit growth, or customer growth. The growth rate is important as it's a good indicator of a startup's potential for future success. A high growth rate indicates rapid expansion and therefore strong potential for future success. Conversely, a low growth rate indicates that a company is not expanding as quickly and may be facing challenges in its industry or with its business model. The growth rate is important for investors. It's used to evaluate the potential return on investment on a startup. Startups with high growth rates are often considered more attractive to investors, as they have the potential for higher returns. Calculating your burn rate and the runway is pretty straightforward, but monitoring it regularly is the key to success. Instead of only checking your burn rate and revenue every quarter or month, review them at least once a week. This is particularly important if you have a short runway or if your business performance is inconsistent. In some cases, it may even be necessary to review your numbers daily to ensure your business stays on track. In short, it's essential to always have a good understanding of your financials and to review them frequently to make informed decisions for your business. Another pitfall in financial planning for startups is underrepresenting expenses. This can happen when using a default life calculator that assumes expenses will remain constant, which is unlikely in reality. Costs can increase over time. From inflation to the macroeconomic climate can have a significant impact. Costs that may change over time include undervaluing the founder's time, hiring employees, and assuming paid acquisition costs. You cannot assume these will remain constant. As the company grows, the cost of acquiring new customers may increase, so factor this into your financial planning. Further, hiring employees comes with additional costs such as recruitment fees, equipment, desk space, and pension contributions. This can add 25 to 50% to the employee's salary. Be aware of these potential expenses and plan for them in the worst-case scenario. Outsourcing financial responsibilities, such as hiring a bookkeeper, is a common practice for startups. However, remember that the responsibility for understanding and interpreting financial reports ultimately lies with the CEO and the rest of the founding team. Review the reports provided by the bookkeeper and ask questions if anything seems unclear or unusual. Hiring quickly and scaling a company too quickly is a common pitfall. Hiring employees is not just a cost to the business, but it's an investment in the business. Every hire should be evaluated to ensure that a return on investment is being made. For some types of employees, such as salespeople, it's easy to measure the return on investment. However, for other types of employees, such as community or support managers, it can be more difficult to measure. As a CEO, it's crucial to make sure that all employees are contributing to making the company more valuable. If employees are not working out, be prepared to let them go quickly. It's easy to fall into the trap of believing that the more employees a company has, the better it's doing. However, the best companies often do more with less, and the ratio of revenue to employees is a better measure of success. Being profitable from an early stage takes the pressure off worrying about the startup's survival and allows for more careful planning. Scaling a company before finding product market fit is a dangerous pitfall. During the process of finding product market fit, costs should be kept as low as possible, allowing time and resources to figure out the optimal product and positioning. More employees won't help you find product market fit faster or more efficiently. Also, hiring more salespeople won't necessarily increase sales if the company does not have a product market fit. Assuming that you may not raise more money after your current round, and to plan diligently is a smart tactic. This means aiming to achieve profitability with the funds currently available. Raising money becomes more difficult as a company progresses through its life cycle, and it's important not to let the runway get too low before attempting to raise more funds. If a startup only has 6 months of runway before needing to raise more money, it can be difficult to secure new funding, as investors may see the lack of runway as a sign of poor financial management. It's best to aim for a runway of at least 12 months to give yourself enough time to either raise more funds or achieve profitability. If your startup is unsuccessful in raising with a 6-month runway, you may not have enough time to turn the company around and achieve profitability. This can lead to failure. In conclusion, many startups fail due to running out of money. By keeping a close eye on cash balance and runway, understanding how costs may rise, and focusing on the revenue to employee ratio as a key metric, startups can avoid these common pitfalls and have a plan for achieving profitability. By being aware of these pitfalls and taking steps to mitigate them, your startup can increase its chances of success. Check out our website if you'd like to know more about 7startup, and be sure to watch the rest of our educational videos. Thank you for watching.